ahead, Emily.
Awesome. Maybe you heard from Shauna in the last meeting, but the sentencing of Trevor's murderer was postponed. So we have a new date. It's next week on the 16th, and our impact statements were due today. I deleted a lot of it and just kind of tried to compress it, and I was wondering if you would allow me to read it to you, and maybe you can let me know if it's acceptable for presenting in court. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Everyone's okay with that?
Would love to hear it.
Okay. I'm shaking already. This is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to write and say. Next month, on April 22nd, would have been our 2-year anniversary of being married. And just 22 days after that, will be 2 years since he's been gone. 2 years since my whole wonderful world would be viciously taken from me in the matter of seconds by a stranger on the street. On that day of that fateful night, I was the happiest I'd ever been in my life. We were so in love. We found each other at a peaceful protest in California and immediately became best friends. I was ecstatic that he chose me to be his partner. Never in a million galaxies would I have thought I'd end up settling down in Utah, no offense, away from the ocean, which is where I'd spent my whole life as a surfer and a scuba instructor. But that's how much I fell in love with him. It was the first time in my life I saw my future clearly and saw a happy family. I never knew how badly I wanted that. It's been 2 years and I'm finally moving out of this apartment. This is the apartment that Trevor picked out for us. These were like kind of his claim to fame, these bondage shirts. I would help him cut the fabric and pin them together, and then he would sew them. They sold all over the world. They partnered up with this fashion designer called Vivienne Westwood. It's pretty provocative, but that was the point of the style. You would think he was like really like abrasive and loud based off his style, but he was actually so shy and quiet and introverted and just like really soft-spoken. Well, like dressed all crazy. I don't know. He was fascinating to me. He was so unique. Yeah. Yep. So every single one of these bins, plus a storage space, plus his dad's basement, I still have to go through. That's okay. I'm just really like he was so proud of that business, and I feel really bad that I couldn't keep it going. It's weird, I haven't been back since after seeing the autopsy, watching that video. There's a CCTV camera right on the other side, and it got footage of it. I didn't want to watch it at first. Yeah. My imagination, would just run wild and picture like the craziest things. So I just needed to know the truth. But it's brutal. He was stabbed lethally 8 times. And it happened so fast. And then Trevor ran down the sidewalk and made it to Arby's, I guess, and got picked up by an ambulance there. I don't know why Trevor came here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Trevor. Happy birthday to you.
Anyways, I hope this, the sentencing kind of helps some of us. I don't know if there's any closure, but maybe just help us emotionally move on a little bit. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I know it's a hard week. It's hard to do.
I don't really know why I stick around, but I had to see this trial through. It's a conundrum because I'm a prison abolitionist. I don't like our system of mass incarceration, but this guy will haunt me for the rest of my life, whether he's in or out. But if he's out, I will legitimately worry for other people in the community, other punks in Salt Lake City. Yeah, that's just what's been on my mind. And now in 2 days, I'll have to face him in court and try and hold it together. Otherwise, the victim advocate, Donna, said she'll read mine for me if I can't get through it. Yeah, I'm pretty ready to move on from that. It was so impossible not to fall in love with him when I saw the way he interacted with all the animals at the animal sanctuary. He was so gentle, it was so sweet. Even just like the chickens, like the way he would just caress them so passionately and so softly. How could you not? Like, he would have been the greatest father. I would have had to be the less favorite parent because he was just ridiculously gentle and sweet. Our family would have had so much tenderness. But we would have also made them little activist fighters too, and punk rockers and musicians. It would have been such a great little family. But maybe in the next life. How do I explain to a court without sounding like a baby, just feeling sorry for myself, that I don't know if I'll ever be able to, like, view the world as beautiful again?
Mr. Dalton, Ms. Wecker to speak to. But not in your name for the record.
I mean, for the record. My name is Allison Goddard. And I'm so incredibly grateful for all the love and care that's been shown through an amazing support system. I truly am so privileged and humbled by all the effort to try and keep me alive and pick up the pieces of my shattered heart. But no amount of therapy can erase the insane horror of my story. This was such a senseless act of violence that has challenged my faith in humanity. As much as I want to believe that people can evolve and be corrected, I don't think incarceration will change this man's mind about right or wrong. If he were to be released, it would absolutely cause me to worry for everyone in the Salt Lake punk scene and their safety. Justice aside, that is truly what I hope will be taken into consideration for the court's decision on his sentencing. Is that too long? Did I talk too fast?
You'll be sentenced to 15 years to life in the Utah State Prison to be served forthwith. This is a life sentence.
Bitsy, can you figure this out for me?
So back and forth, when we drove Trevor to work, he would tell him about business and business plans. Anyway, he wanted to learn to sew, so he came to stay with me, and he started off with bathing suits.
So I said, okay, you can get a tattoo. And then he goes, which one should I get? I looked at all of them, I said, none of them. But
They are the
he
worst
was
tattoos
determined.
I've
So I
ever
said,
seen.
go ahead, pick whichever one you want. And he did, and he got his tattoo, you know? But my fondest memories of Trevor and Bryson is, Trevor was 2, Bryson was, I think, 3.5.
Yeah, I'm actually amazed I was able to push through that. I had no idea how weak I could be. But no one should have to go through that. I just want to give myself from 2 years ago a big hug. We made it through.